You missed the spot. Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast of JMU versus Louisburg College at NCAA softball. This game is the first of two that JMU will play today, with the second game coming at 2 p.m. versus George Washington. The Dukes finished last season 48-10 overall and 19-0 in the CAA, but fell to the Hofstra Pride in the CAA championship. JMU was named the 15th seed and hosted the NCAA regional for the first time in school history. The Dukes are back out on the field, beginning their fall ball schedule. And as you saw, Louisburg College went 1-2-3 in the top of the first. It'll be JMU's turn in the batter's box now as Erica Field is going to lead off for the Dukes. And as Field steps into the batter's box, Field starting behind the plate today for the Dukes. So I'll take that pitch inside for ball one. And the 1-0 pitch. Field swings and misses with the off-speed pitch from Kayla Mears. The 1-1 from Mears will be just a little bit high for ball two to Field. And the 2-1. And Erica will line that past the third baseman. It'll be a base hit. It goes past the left fielder's legs. And Erica's racing to third. Will she get there? Yes, she will. No slide needed. So a couple of defensive miscues early from Louisburg College. as Field is credited with the triple. And now it'll be Morgan Toll stepping into the batter's box with a runner in scoring position. And Morgan will pop that one up. Just in front of the warning track. And the center fielder will make the catch. Erica Field will tag, and the Dukes take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. So one down now. Dukes up 1-0, and Megan Good steps into the batter's box. And Good will take that one low for a ball. Good swings and misses as Mears seems to be going to the off-speed pitch more often than not earlier in this game. That one just a tad bit high, 2-1. And the 2-1 from Mears. Just off the outside corner for a called strike, too good. The count now 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch will be low and inside. Ball 3. The count is full to Megan Good. The 3-2. And Good fouls that one off her knee. And we'll redo that pitch. A 3-2. And Good will take that one high for a ball. The Dukes have a runner on first with Jalen Ford coming up to bat. Ford, a very relaxed hitter at the plate. She'll take that one for a ball. Good takes off, and she'll be safe with the stolen base. So now another runner in scoring position for the Dukes. Jalen Ford does have the power to hit one out here, but she's very, very relaxed at the plate. Takes a lot of walks. As the count is now 2-0 to Ford. The 2-0 pitch. That one's high for a ball, and it's 3-0, just like that. And Jalen Ford works a walk. JMU has runners on first and second now. And it'll be the freshman Jenny Behan getting her first collegiate swing. And Behan will take that one in for a called strike. 0-1. The 0-1. And Behan will line that one to the 5-6 hole. Here comes the pinch runner. And she is safe at home. That pinch runner was Grace Sanderson, as she came in to run for Megan Good. And Behan delivers with a 1-out RBI double for the Dukes. JMU now takes a 2-0 lead. Still just 1 out. It looks like Paige Mitchell pinch ran for Jalen Ford. So Mitchell on third base, Behan on second, with Taylor Newton up at bat now for the Dukes. Taylor lines that one up the middle. Mitchell will score. Behan has to hold at third as the center fielder got there quickly, but Taylor Newton will get to second base. So the Dukes take a 3-0 lead over Louisburg College. Now Behan on third, Taylor Newton on second base, and the Duke shortstop, Nikki Prince, up at bat. Prince will take that one outside, 1-0. The 1-0 from Mears. Prince lines that. What a great diving play by the shortstop. She goes back to second, but Taylor Newton slides back safely. There was not going to be a play at first for the shortstop, Ryan Costadin. As Prince is way too fast, she gets down the first baseline pretty quickly. And another run does score, as that was Behan coming in to increase the JMU lead to 4-0. Now Hannah Hayes, left fielder, getting her first tack. She'll take that one outside. So runners on first and second for the Dukes. 4-0, 1 out in the bottom of the first inning here versus Louisburg College at Veterans Memorial Park. That one's high and inside. Taylor Newton takes off. She is out at third base. She'll have some words with Coach Dean. Prince does safely slide into second, but Newton out at third. So now 2 outs for the Dukes. 1 runner remains in scoring position, as it is a 2-0 count to Hannah Hayes. And the 2-0 pitch, that one is high, 3-0. The 3-0 from Kayla Mears. Grounded to the third baseman. And Priscilla Sanchez will throw on to first as Hayes is retired, but not before the Dukes score 4 runs in the bottom of the first to take the early advantage over Louisburg College. We will head into the bottom of the top of the second, as Louisburg will get their second chance against sophomore pitcher Jessica McCabe. And it'll be number 4, Priscilla Sanchez, the third baseman for Louisburg, leading off here in the top of the second. Louisburg is going to have to work back slowly, get some runners on base, and hope that they can get some runs off Jessica McCabe if they want to stay in this game, as JMU took a 4-0 lead in the bottom of the first. That was popped up in no man's land, but Taylor Newton comes over just past the right field line and makes the catch. 1 away. Next up will be number 11, the left fielder, Maya Vaughn. Vaughn will take that one in for a called strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 is swung on and missed, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch fouled back. And the 0-2 again. That one high and outside, 1-2. The 1-2 to Vaughn. Outside, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Off McCabe's glove, right to Nikki Prince at short. Prince gathers it up and makes the play. 2 away. What a play by Nikki Prince. She was in the right place at the right time as the ball went right off of McCabe's glove. Into Prince's hand, throws on to first for the second out. And now up the bat is the first baseman, Marieva Daniels. And Daniels will ground that one to Madison Moran at second. She throws on to Behan at first. And Louisburg is retired in the top of the second. 1-2-3. As the Dukes will come up to bat in the bottom of the second with Madison Moran leading off. And JMU will carry a 4-0 lead here into the bottom of the second, as it'll be Maddie Moran leading off for the Dukes. Moran making the transition to second base this year, learning a new position after playing her first 2 years at third base. That one is low, ball 1. And the 1-0 from Mears to Moran will be fouled into the Louisburg dugout, 1-1. And the 1-1 from Mears. Moran will take it just off the inside corner for strike 2. The 1-2 is outside. 2-2 to Moran. And the 2-2 inside almost hits Moran as the count goes full, 3-2. Moran comes all the way back from a 1-2 count to work a walk as she is on first base now. Cassie Brammer coming up to bat. Brammer a slapper. And Brammer slaps that one back to the pitcher Mears. And Mears just barely gets Brammer at first base, but Brammer does advance Moran to second, so the Dukes do have a runner in scoring position with just 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. And now this is the pitcher, Jessica McCabe, up at bat. She'll take that one low, 1-0. McCabe redshirted last year, so is technically a redshirt sophomore this year. The 1-0, outside, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch, high, 3-0. And the catcher, Courtney Thomas, will want to have a quick conversation with Kayla Mears as the count did move to 3-0. You do have a runner on second base in Moran. Just try to calm your pitcher down a little bit. Okay, very patient at the plate. 3-0. And McCabe will ground that one to the shortstop as she tries to fake the throw, knowing that she wouldn't have gotten McCabe at first, but Moran smartly gets back to second. So no damage done for the Dukes on the grounder to shortstop there, as there is now a runner on first and second, McCabe at first, Moran at second base, with the top of the lineup in Erica Field coming up to bat. And it looks like that'll be Grace Sanderson coming into Pig's run for McCabe. And Field will take that one off the outside corner, strike 1. Field was the doubles machine for the Dukes last year. The 0-1. Field swings and misses a hefty cut on the off-speed pitch from Mears. 0-2. The 0-2 is outside, 1-2. As Mears got into her windup, looked like well before Field was ready to even swing if the pitch was going to come in for a called strike. As we get a baseball onto the field, there is a baseball game going on right across the way from Ribbon at Veterans Memorial Park. You do see a couple of baseballs come onto the softball field and occasionally some softballs onto the baseball field. As the count now 1-2 for Field. As she just squibs that one off the end of her bat. And Mears bobbles it as Field hurries down the line. She'll be called safe. So still 1 out for the Dukes here in the bottom of the second. Bases loaded for the sophomore Morgan Toll. Toll does have capabilities to hit it out here. Duke's already up 4-0. And that's a called strike, 0-1. So the Dukes do have 4 runs here today, but it hasn't been by way of the home run. Just little hits here and there, some errors from Louisburg to give them that 40-0 lead. As Toll will take that one high, 1-1. And that's the thing about this JMU offense is they can hit it out of the park, but they also can play small ball too. That one's outside, 2-1. The 2-1 from Mears. As Toll will pop that one into center. Tiffany Allison will make the catch. Madison Moran tags from third base and scores. As there are now 2 outs, but JMU has taken a 5-0 lead. And now runners on first and third. That's Grace Sanderson at third base. And looks like Toll was pinch run for, looks like it's Paige Mitchell at first base. And Megan Good, as Mitchell takes off, and she was trying to draw a throw from the catcher, kind of pause between first and second, a play that happens very often in softball. But the catcher, Courtney Thomas, was not having it. She holds the ball, but now runners on second and third for one of the 2 Dukes All-Americans, Megan Good, but Good will pop out to third base to end the inning. So the Dukes do threaten a little bit. They get another run to increase their lead to 5-0. As we're going to move to the top of the third here. We're watching JMU softball versus Louisburg College. The first game of the day. At 12 o'clock, Louisburg will take on George Washington. And then again at 2 o'clock, the Dukes will be back out here taking on George Washington. And let's just go around the infield and the outfield of the defense for the Dukes. Morgan Toll taking over at third base. So her and Madison Moran have seemed to have switched positions. So Toll at third base, Nikki Prince staying at shortstop, Madison Moran at second. And it is Jalen Ford actually coming in to play first base now. It was Jenny Behan playing first, but Ford now coming in, the other, or the second part, I should say, of the 2 Dukes All-Americans, Megan Good and Jalen Ford last year. It's Hannah Hayes in left field, Cassie Brammer in center, and Taylor Newton in right. As it'll be the catcher, Courtney Thomas, leading off here for Louisburg in the top of the third. The delivery from McCabe is outside, 1-0. And the 1-0 is off the outside part of the plate for a called strike. 1-1. The 1-1 looks to be an off-speed pitch from McCabe, but the home plate umpire is not calling that one. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, as Thomas will line that into the screen. Foul ball, 2-2. the 2-2 is outside. The count goes full. The 3-2. Kind outside. Ball 4. As Louisburg gets a runner on, which is what they need if they want to build back from this 5-0 lead that JMU has created early in the game. We'll see a pinch runner as number 6, Logan Pace, will come in to run for Courtney Thomas. So Pace on first base. And now number 7, Tiffany Ellison, up at bat. And she shows bunt, offers, called strike, 0-1. Looks like we might see a bunt and run from Louisburg here, just trying to get a runner into scoring position. She slaps that one foul, 0-2. And JMU with a 5-0 lead now. As looks like Pace was called out for leaving early. That's interesting. So Louisburg had a good situation going, but Pace called out for leaving early. And she leaves Ellison up at bat with no one on base and an 0-2 count. As she fouls that one into the backstop. You can't be surprised to see those things, even in scrimmages like these in fall ball. The umpires are going to be on their feet, and that's what you want. And it's going to give you as much preparation as you need for the spring. As Ellison will just loop that over Moran's head and into center field. Grammer fields it, and she'll bring it in. So Ellison gets a single, and now all of a sudden you look, if Pace doesn't get called out for trying to run early, he could possibly be on third base. Now Dasha Hill will come up with Ellison on first and one out in the top of the third for Louisburg. The 0-1 from McCabe. That's Ellison that takes off, and you should know better than to steal America Field. Field throws her out with plenty of time for the second out. If you ever talk to Erica, she says she wants people to steal on her just so she can throw them out. She's very confident in her arm strength and her capabilities. And they're now 2 away for Louisburg in the top of the third. And Hill bunts that one, fielded by McKee, and she's thrown out. And Louisburg is retired in the top of the third. As we move to the bottom of the third now, Coach Dean gathering the troops, giving him some words of advice, especially to the freshmen trying to learn from this experience. So JMU will take their 5-0 lead here into the bottom of the third. We're going to be expected to play 7 or 8 innings, as Coach Dean described it earlier today. Of course, a typical collegiate softball game is 7 innings, but both coaches knowing each other and being friends, we'll probably want to go 8 innings, just want to get as many reps in as possible for these young players. As it's All-American Jalen Ford stepping into the batter's box now. Ford will take that one inside for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Inside, 2-0. As Ford swings at an outside pitch there and fouls it off, 2-1. You can tell when Ford gets a little disappointed in the pitches that she swings at. Still in a hitter's count though, at 2-1. Ford grounds that one to third. Sanchez throws on to first. As Jalen is retired for the first out in the bottom of the third. As this is Jenny Behan. Takes the first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. Behan pops that one up to second base. Second baseman Brooke Fletcher makes the catch, and Behan is retired for the second out. It'll be Taylor Newton's turn. Newton drives that one just in front of the warning track. As the center fielder Tiffany Ellison will make the catch, and the Dukes are retired for the first time, 1-2-3. As we will head into the top of the fourth now, this game moving rather quickly. You might see a couple of changes here. Ashley Samuels looks like she is taking over behind the plate for Erica Field. Jessica Morozic taking reps at third base. And that is Paige Mitchell at shortstop and Savannah Wood at second base. So 3 freshmen right now playing the infield for the Dukes, getting some early experience. McCabe still on the mound. It's the top of the order now for Louisburg. Ryan Fossenden fouled the first pitch off, first strike 1. She bunts that one, but Sammy fields it in foul territory. Count moves to 0-2. swing and a miss. And Ashley Samuels' throw to second goes a little wild into center field. Dasha Hill will advance to second on the stolen base. Costin strikes out swinging for the first out. And now Lana Vandenberg will try to take advantage of the runner in scoring position for Louisburg. JMU up still 5-0 here in the top of the fourth. Foul tips that one into the glove of Ashley Samuels. 0-1. Yo, one from McCabe. Lines right back, hits her in the knee, but she gathers it and still manages to throw onto first. That's gotta hurt if you're Jess McCabe. She seems to be fine though, as Behan and Samuels both go out to talk to her. Give her some space and some room, some time. Vandenberg is retired for the second out. Hill does advance to third on the throw. And it's the second baseman, Brooke Fletcher now. With a runner on third base. You got to try to get her in here. This might be one of your only opportunities. We are already in the top of the fourth. This game moving very quickly. Fletcher takes that one for a ball inside, 1-0. And the 1-0 from McCabe. That one just lined down the left field line, foul. 1-1. The 1-1 is lined just over Jenny Behan's head at first base as Hill will score. That's an RBI single for Brooke Fletcher. It was just off the glove of Behan at first base. So Louisburg is in business now with Priscilla Sanchez up at bat now, runner on first base, with the Dukes still leading 5-1. That one was a called strike, 0-1. Still just one out.
I'll wait till the inning's over. Just for one person, Cassie Brown. That's my niece.
Yeah.
Her family's up here. Her dad and mom. Okay. Well, we'll call and see if you've got her on the TV then. Okay.
That one is lined up the middle. And so runners on first and second for Louisburg. So once again, Louisburg in business. One out, runners on first and second. And that pitch to Maya Vaughn is outside. 1-0. As Vaughn will have a talk with their head coach. The runners take off. There will be a double steal for Louisburg as Ashley Samuels hesitated a little bit. So a double steal. Now with 2 runners in scoring position on second and third for Vaughn. So Jessica McKay's in a little bit of a funk here. JMU still leading 5-1. But Louisburg does have a chance here to get 2 runs in. A single probably does it. That one's grounded to Savannah at second base. She bobbles it. And a tricky play there. Savannah bobbles the ball at second base. One run will score, and we have a situation at home plate where Priscilla Sanchez is down at home plate. She'll be attended to by the JMU trainer. Something you just don't want to see here, especially early in fall ball. You gotta hope that Priscilla is okay. 1 run does score for Louisburg as JMU still has a 5-2 lead. We're just gonna players on the Louisburg team kneeling down, just hoping that Sanchez is okay. And she's up now. It looks like we are seeing some laughter, so we're hoping that Priscilla is okay. So get a round of applause from both teams and the fans in the stands today. And she'll walk off. So it was just a tricky play there. Savannah Wood bobbled the ball at second base. 1 run had scored. She throws home to get the second runner. And it looks like Ashley Samuels had applied the tag somewhere in the neck head area. It was a very hard applied tag. And obviously did not hit Sanchez in the right area, but she does walk off on her own power. So we're glad to see that she is okay. So it is now JMU 5, Louisburg 2. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th. As the lineups have changed a little bit, as they tend to do so in these types of scrimmages. We told you Paige Mitchell took over at shortstop for Nikki Prince, and it will be Paige Mitchell leading off here with Casey Hill on deck. Casey came in and took Hannah Hayes' spot in left field. So Paige Mitchell, her first lead at that. And she'll take that one low and outside, 1-0. Paige pops that one. The center fielder comes all the way running in, almost on the infield dirt to make the catch. Tiffany Allison out there in center. He came all the way. He was playing deep in center. Comes all the way in to make the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. As Mitchell is retired. And it'll be Casey Hill's turn. Hill will take that one outside, 1-0. And that one's outside, 2-0. Called strike on the inside corner, 2-1. And the 2-1. Great pitch right down the middle. Casey just a tad bit early on it, turns it foul down the third baseline, 2-2. Another 2-2. Line foul, pretty much in the same place as the last one. We'll replay that pitch, still a 2-2 count. And the 2-2 fouled back yet again. And the 2-2 fouled again. So Hill getting a piece of every pitch that comes. Just needs to find a way to drive it into fair territory. And she'll pop that one up. Center fielder Ellison comes in and will make the catch as Hill is retired for the second out. And this will be Savannah Wood getting her first at bat. Wood will take that one outside, 1-0. The 1-0 is high, 2-0. And low, 3-0. Wood being patient at the plate, and it's paying off. And Wood will work her way on through a walk. But with 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. This will be another freshman, Grace Sanderson. High and outside, 1-0. And we'll see a visit from the Louisburg head coach going out to talk to Kayla Mears. And the 1-0 Sanderson is fouled into the visitor bullpen. 1-1. that one up. Is there room? Yes, there is. As Courtney Barber came in for Priscilla Sanchez behind the plate. She'll make the catch as Sanderson is retired for the third out. Still moving kind of quickly here as we'll now move into the top of the fifth inning. JMU maintaining the 5-2 advantage. And we're going to see freshman pitcher Jackie Tremaine take over for Jessica McCabe in the circle. Looks like Jenny Behan will take over at third base. Megan Good now playing first base. Mitchell remains at short, and Wood remains at second. Ashley Samuel still behind the plate for the Dukes. This will be Marieva Daniels taking that first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Tremaine, a little bit of a funky delivery, but she gets it done. Is that one? They called strike 1-1. That one is grounded past Behan at third. And Mitchell had no shot at it at short. So Daniels is on. And it looks like, and I saw this last inning, that Louisburg is starting off each inning with a runner on first base. And that's something that you'll see in scrimmages. You know, both teams just trying to get base running work in. So understandable that they do start off the inning with a runner on first. So that one is grounded to Behan at third. Fair ball. She throws to first and gets Courtney Barber. The runners on second and third in scoring position. Just one out in the top of the fifth. And we'll see a pinch runner as Taylor Sebaceous will come in to run for Daniels at second base. So we'll see if Louisburg can take advantage here with 2 runners in scoring position and just one out. And Tiffany Ellison at the plate. She shows bunt, offers for a called strike, 0-1. The 0-1 from Tremaine will be just tapped out in front of the plate. Ashley Samuels has no play, but smartly holds on to the ball and keeps a runner from scoring Ellison does get credited with a base hit on that. But the bases are loaded now for Louisburg. With Dasha Hill in the batter's box. Just one out. With Louisburg down 3 runs, this is going to be the chance that they get to get those runs back. As Hill takes that one inside, 1-0. And the 1-0 from Tremaine. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. 1-1. The 1-1. And Hill swings and misses. Strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Tremaine gets Hill on the outside pitch. Looked like a curveball. They're now 2 away in the top of the 5th for Louisburg. And back to the top of the order. This will be Ryan Costigan. Boston fouls that one. Count now 1-1. Tremaine delivers that one high. 2-1. The 2-1. High, 3-1. Tremaine is 1 pitch away from walking a runner home. There are 2 outs. That was grounded to short. Mitchell. She is called out. What a play by Mitchell at shortstop. He threw on to Megan Good. Good with a great save over at first base. Costin called out to end the inning. So Louisburg doesn't get any runs in that inning despite having the bases loaded with 1 out. JMU will hold that 5-2 advantage heading into the bottom of the 5th. Jackie Tremaine leading off for the Dukes here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Tremaine, her first lead at bat. She'll ground that one through the 5-6 hole. It's a base hit for Tremaine. Great job by Jackie, who just kind of pokes it in between the shortstop and third baseman. She is on now. With Ashley Samuels at the plate for the Dukes. And Samuels will take that one for a ball, 1-0. C-1-0. Tremaine takes off. It was a pinch runner that came in for Tremaine. Might be Nikki Prince out there. You can never tell with these scrimmages because they don't have the numbers on their jerseys and with their helmets on. Makes it a little bit tricky. But the Dukes still do have a runner on second base in scoring position. The count is 2-0 to Samuels. Sammy will line that one to the second baseman, Brooke Fletcher, for the first out. Now Jessica Morozic will get her first at-bat of the fall season. Morozic takes that one high, ball 1. The 1-0 outside, 2-0. And the 1-0 inside, 3-0. Sorry, the 2-0 inside. We move the count to 3-0. Morozic thought she had earned the walk there. Almost looked like she was making a move towards first base, but the home plate umpire calls that one for a strike, 3-1. And Morozic does work a walk there. That pitch was inside. So JMU in business now. Just 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runners on first and second. And All-American Megan Good in the batter's box. That one off the outside part of the plate for a called strike. The 0-1. Good lines. That one up the middle. That's a base hit. Here comes Prince around to score. As JMU takes a 6-2 lead on the RBI single from Megan Good. Morozic to second base. As the JMU dugout erupts in the JMU fight song with that run scored. So now just 1 away still. Runners on first and second for senior Jalen Ford. And that one is high. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Ford will look at that one off the outside corner. 3-0. Fans of JMU softball will know Jalen Ford has more than enough power to hit a home run. She has got to be the most patient hitter in the JMU lineup as she works a walk there. Not afraid to get on base by way of the walk. As the bases are now loaded, Ford on first, Morozic on third. Ford will get pitch run for. And that'll be Cassie Brammer pinch running for her at first base. And it looks like Maddie Moran on second base and Morozic at third with the freshman Jenny Behan in the batter's box. So Behan with a chance to solidify the score of this game here. She grounds that one right back to the pitcher. Mears comes home, one onto first safe. So Louisburg gets 1 out. Now 2 outs. As Behan will be safe at first. Rammer moves to second, and Moran moves to third. Base is still loaded for the junior Tally Moore getting her first at bat. Moore takes that one inside, called strike, 0-1. And Moore just foul. Slapped that one down the left field line. Looked like it had a chance. But just on the outer part of the line as her count moves to 0-2. With 2 away in the bottom of the fifth, JMU holding that 6-2 lead still. And Moore takes that one inside, 1-2. There is quite an audience here at Veterans Memorial Park today for a fall ball game. And that one's outside and past the catcher. Maddie Moran comes home to score. 7-2 JMU. And you just can't make those types of mistakes versus JMU offense. They know how to run the bases, and they're going to score on those mistakes. As Moore's count moves to 2-2. Now just runners on second and third. That's Behan on second and Grammer on third. A 2-2 count to Tally Moore. As Moore will pop that one out to Fletcher at second. And Fletcher just gets the throw off to first base to retire Moore. But the Dukes do get a couple runs in the bottom of the fifth. As they now take a 7-2 advantage into the top of the sixth inning. And all three of these games being played today will all have a very quick turnaround, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 2 o'clock. Of course, those game times are not solidified. But at 12 o'clock, it will be Louisburg taking on George Washington. And then at 2 o'clock, JMU taking on George Washington. So Louisburg playing the doubleheader now. And then George Washington will be playing a later doubleheader as Madison will get a break in between games. Len Vandenberg will lead off the top of the 6 for Louisburg. And Tremaine still working on the mound. Vandenberg will line that one up the middle, and once again, we see Louisburg starting off the inning already with a runner on first base. The only way I can really describe that is when you go into extra innings in collegiate softball, you start off with a runner on second base. It's the most similar way I can describe that is that's Dasha Hill on second base. Now, Dasha Hill on second base and Vandenberg on first base. No outs for Louisburg. It's Brooke Fletcher up at bat. Fletcher swings and misses 0-1. The 0-1 heads up over there. Fletcher lines that one into her team's dugout. And the count will move to 0-2. The 0-2 from Tremaine will be popped up. To center field. It looks like Grace Sanderson out there in center. One away now. As Logan Case gets her turn, runner's still on first and second. That one's high inside, ball 1. She bunts. Jessica Morozek fields. He was coming in from third base, and Mitchell came over from shortstop to cover the bag, but the throw is not in time as Hill is safe at third. And the bases are now loaded for Louisburg, just one away. As Maya Vaughn will try to help her team out here, down 7-2 in the top of the 6th. Vaughn takes that one for a called strike, 0-1. The 0-1 from Tremaine. Swung on and missed on the off-speed pitch. What a nasty pitch from Tremaine. As the count now 0-2. And a strikeout is just what the doctor's going to order here, especially with the bases loaded for Louisburg. We'll see if Tremaine can fool Vaughn. And she doesn't, as that one is lined down the left field line. It's a fair ball. 2 runs will score. The third run stays at third. As that is a 1-out, 2 RBI double for Maya Vaughn. And Louisburg has cut the JMU lead to 7-4. And still just one away, end runners on second and third. And that one is looped over Mitchell's head. 1 run will score, as the lead is now cut to 7-5. So Louisburg getting their hacks in here in the top of the 6th. Still just one away, as Taylor Sebaceous will come in to run at first base. So runners on first and third. Courtney Barber up at bat. So Sebaceous takes off. So Sebaceous took off for a second. She was called out. The Dukes almost got the run coming home, as the throw was there, but Ashley Samuels couldn't handle it. So another run does score, as it's now 7-6. JMU still with the lead. The bases are now cleared for Courtney Barber, just now 2 outs. As that one is a called strike. 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2. So JMU needs to get out of this inning here. He's got to get the bats going again in the bottom of the inning. The 1-2 from Tremaine. Foul ball. The 1-2 is just tapped to Morozic at third base, and she'll make the play. Throwing on to forward at first, as Louisburg is finally retired, but not before scoring 4 runs. As we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Looks like we'll have a new pitcher on the mound for Louisburg. That'll be Lauren Sitterson. And leading off for the Dukes will be looks like it'll be Paige Mitchell who takes that third called strike. That one is outside, 1-1. Mitchell fouls that one back, 1-2. One, 2. Outside, 2-2. And another foul ball. Still 2-2. The 2-2. That one up into stands heads up. That remains at 2-2. Two. Mitchell popped that one up into the infield. As the third baseman, Courtney Thomas, would call off the shortstop to make the catch for the first out. Now Casey Hill, her second at bat. And she will drive that one deep to right field just before the warning track. And Vandenberg gathers that in to make the catch 2 away. And Savannah Wood in the batter's box now for the Dukes, who maintain a slight 7-6 advantage here. And they'll be outside 1-0. And Wood grounds that one to short, and then she is thrown out. The Dukes go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 6th. We're going to go to the top of the 7th. JMU holding that 7-6 lead. Once again, either 7 or 8 innings will be played in each game. This will be Tiffany Allison leading off for Louisburg in the top of the 7th. Jackie Tremaine still on the mound for the Dukes. Looks like she'll close out this game. Allison swings and misses at the off-speed pitch, 0-1. And the Dukes in that defense defending against the slapper. The 0-1 from Tremaine. Outside, 1-1. The 1-1 outside. 2-1. Louisburg once again starting off the inning with a runner on first base. The 2-1 is slapped to Behan at third. She fields on to first, but Megan Good could not hold on to the ball. As Ellison will be safe at first. It was a good play from Behan and a good throw. But Good unable to make the play over at first. So runners on first and second, no outs in the top of the 7th. Courtney Thomas will try to give her team the lead here. That one's just a tad bit high, ball 1. The 1-0 from Tremaine. Will be in there for a called strike, 1-1. The 1-1, swung on a miss. There goes the runner. She's out at third base. And Ellison will make it safely to second. So 1 away now. The count's 1-2. Courtney Thomas. 1 runner on second base in scoring position. Thomas fouls that one off of her foot. Still 1-2. The 1-2 from Tremaine. That one will be lined into left field. Hayes has a play at third. Cannot make it. Sorry, that's Casey Hill in left field. So another base hit for Thomas. There are now runners on second and third. Thomas will get a pinch runner. That'll be number 8, Katie McAllister at second base. And Stasha Hill steps into the box. 2 runners in scoring position, still just 1 away in the top of the 7th. JMU maintain that 7-6 lead. Hill bunts. It's a squeeze. Here comes. There is no throw home as Louisburg ties the game on a squeeze bunt from Dasha Hill. Looked like Tremaine had a play at home, but decided not to make a throw anywhere. She was not going to get Hill at first. Her only play was at home. So Louisburg playing a little bit of small ball here to tie the game, 7-7. Now runners on the corners, first and third. Still just 1 out. As Vandenberg grounds that one. Gets her out at first. They come home with it, and she's out. Gets a double play to end the inning for the Dukes. That was Mitchell throwing on to first to good to get Vandenberg out at first. And then Katie McAllister was coming home. She left a little bit late. Her thought process might have been to leave once the ball was out of the hand of Mitchell. But JMU smartly gets out of the inning on the double play. But Louisburg does tie the game 7-7. As this will technically be the bottom of the 7th. It may or may not be the last inning. Do keep in mind that there is another game up next, and those teams have to, or at least George Washington has to have time to take ground balls and fly balls. And Grace Sanderson will start the effort for the Dukes as they look to come back here. They were up 5-0, and the lead just slowly decreased with each inning. It was 6-2, 7-2, and then it was 7-4, 7-5, 7-6, now 7-7. And Sanderson swings and misses at that one, 0-1. EO1. Hi, 1-1. And that's the way the Dukes are going to get on here. Try to work your way on, work it through the walk. As we have a couple of small ball players up now. Grace Sanderson, Jackie Tremaine up next. She's a slapper. Doesn't look like it's going to come by way of the home run. That pitch is high, 2-1. The 2-1. Sanderson fouls that one back into the netting, 2-2. The 2-2. Sanderson checks her swing. The home plate umpire didn't think so. She's called out. Strike 3, 1 away. It's Jackie Tremaine. Boy, there's a miscue in the infield. As Tremaine will get on. There's some miscommunication there between third baseman and the shortstop. And it'll be Nikki Prince pinch running again for Tremaine. With Ashley Samuels up for the Dukes. 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. Prince takes off. Sammy blasts that one. That is caught by the left fielder as Prince has to retreat back to first base. Sammy just missed that one. They're now 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. As Jessica Morozek might be the last hope for the Dukes if we don't play 8 innings. Prince takes off. She'll be safe. And she's going to go to third. Safe at third. For the throw from Courtney Barber. to Ryan Costigan was way off. And Prince smartly takes advantage of the error. And now all of a sudden, this at-bat becomes much bigger for the Dukes. All you need is a single if you're Jessica Morozic. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Outside. Morozic fouls that one back. Count is 1-2. The delivery to Morozic. Grounds that one in front of the pitcher. And there really was nowhere for Prince to go. She would have been thrown out at home or thrown out back at third. And Sitterson goes on to first to get Morozic, and this game will end in a tie at 7-7, although these teams are not keeping track of the score due to the fact that this is a scrimmage. So we'll end 7-7 in 7 innings. You won't go into an 8th inning. The game time about an hour and 40 minutes. It's usually about the average for a collegiate softball game. We saw some good things from the Dukes. Head coach Mickey Dean getting just about every player in there, which is good. Something you definitely want to see. As the Dukes will huddle out in right field. So facilities will get the field ready for the next game, which will be Louisburg versus George Washington. A good performance by both teams. Both teams their first game of fall ball. It's hard to predict how these results will affect the spring, but a lot of these kids are just learning. I'm sure that's what both coaches are telling their teams right now. We're going to take a break up here in the press box as JMU will go inside and get a break, hopefully eat some lunch, and then they'll come back out and play George Washington at 2 o'clock. Maybe earlier depending on the schedule and depending on when this game ends. So we're going to stop this broadcast, and right around 1:45, 1:50, we'll be back to air the next JMU softball game as they take on George Washington. Thanks for watching.